We'll update. Yeah, Rod, what happened was that the lady called the police and they sent for us before they arrived at the call, so in case somebody goes in.
All right. Rob? It's all fixed for this afternoon, mate.
Oh, what do you have to drag me in for, Trev?
I need someone to look at, don't I? Oh, come on, only missing a free study period. Don't let me down now.
It must be catching.
What?
Insanity. Never mind, Trev. Come on, just this once.
Huh. Look, I'm not having a go. It'd just be nice to have something different for a change. Ain't there a Chinese takeaway around here?
There was. He runs a chippy now.
Indian?
He's shut at lunchtime.
Well, get me a pork pie next time. Justine, can't you get him to use his imagination? What's up with you?
Nothing. I was just thinking we ought to be getting back to school if we don't want to be late.
Yeah, all right.
See ya.
I'll see you later.
Considered highly dangerous either to the state, police, or to the public.
Hello. What brings you back here?
Just interested. You found out what caused it yet?
Oh, it's fairly obvious straight away. Cowboy builders. When the old ceiling started to crack, instead of completely replacing it, they just put a skim of plaster over the top of it and screwed the suspended ceiling straight into that.
So all the old stuff that was falling off was still there, only held up by the new stuff?
For a while, yes. It's heavier than you think, plaster. All the vibration of the people walking the floor above was bound to bring it down sooner or later.
Well, if it was as obvious as you say it was, why are you still checking?
Just to make sure there's nothing else involved. Look, it's my job to make sure it's structurally sound before the necessary repairs are done.
That's why you're called a structural engineer.
Here. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah. How on earth do you make sense of all this?
Oh, go on, please. What's up with you?
Come on.
Oh, you do favours for people all your life. Hey, Kennedy. Mark, come here. You're good at French, aren't you?
About as good as you are.
That's what I mean.
Why's that?
Well, I got this little translation here from her, haven't I?
So why are you asking her?
Well, she's good at French, that's why.
Well, if you hand in a piece of her work under Mauler's name, it's going to be obvious you ain't done it. You need someone who's a bit better than he is, but not that much better.
Well, not an idiot, you mean, yeah?
No, a Mr. Average.
What a Miss Average. Oh. Cheers, Mark, lad. See you later. Rob, we'll not tell you about him. He's at it. Watch him. Hey, yes. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Wait! I won't be trying to chat her up for Ronnie's party. She's booked. Oh, grow up, will you, Rob? Look, I expect that's what the thinking it is, not yourself.
So what was all that about?
Well, it's the French translation from Mauler she's going to do for us.
For Mola?
Yeah, look, I said it was for you.
You're unbelievable.
No, I said it was for you. Look, I was too embarrassed to tell you, you know? Too embarrassed.
Just don't take too many liberties, Scash. Just don't.
Rob, you ready?
Yeah.
Rob, come here.
Rob.
Oh, now what?
Look, I've had a rethink about the business venture.
Yeah, well, we're going somewhere, right? Sort it out later, come on.
Where?
To see if Savage can see into the future.
Don't tell everyone. Come on. Is he serious?
He's convinced Savage has picked the winner at 2:15 at Cheltenham. Fancy coming?
I must be bored.
I do not, and I repeat not, I do not want you to copy me. This is just to show you how the flame should look when the Bunsen burner isn't being used. All right. Now, if you leave it like that, with the flame turned up so it's practically invisible, I'll show you what happens when you put something through it. Quite. Right. Now watch. See? That could have been my hand, all right? And one other thing. When you're handling tripods, you pick them up by the base of the frame and not by the triangle at the top. Don't you, Justine Dean?
Yes, miss.
And why is that?
What, miss?
Why don't we hold tripods like this?
Because it'll probably still be up from the Bunsen burner.
Correct. Now pay attention next time. All right, N2, put on your goggles and let's get on with your heat and temperature experiments.
I still think we ought to tell someone about him. Will you just shut up a minute? She's still watching us.
Roger.
And Moulboard is now the 7-4 favourite after a spectacular morning gamble. He was led by Hills to lose 265,000 at all rates from 7-2 to 2-1.
You're looking at me as though I want to turn him in. Well, don't you? No, he's your brother. Thank you, I know that. Look, the longer they have to look for him, the worse it'll be. And we're committing a crime by not saying nothing. I know that, I know. If the police found him the other day, we wouldn't have been in trouble. Look, if you're that concerned about yourself, don't come round anymore. I'm not just worried about me. It doesn't sound like it.
Trees are often cut down because they get in the way, or like this one, they are needed to build a bridge.
Oh, rainforest, you know what anyone gets worked up about nowadays?
Come and streaky Jarvis out of the way.
What do you think you're doing?
Shut up, I'm trying to concentrate.
Can't come in here and do that.
Look, sit down and give your tongue a rest.
I would if I were you. It'll only be a couple of minutes.
Oh, songs of praise, what's this? Yeah, but it would help if you had it on the right channel.
Oh, well, come on then, clever.
There you go.
Now, sure there'll be a way in a minute.
Trumpet Delight number 5, Kingsville, Moulboard, Lick the Free, Rebels Song, Russell Blake Slalom, Toby Tobias. That's another Irish one with a chance.
God, now keep a look out, will you? You'll shut her up later.
You won't be disappointed in this.
Roger, Papa 30. Let us know what you've decided.
We're going in.
Message received, Papa 30.
And they're running, and Moulboard, in fact, just a little bit slow. He just checked a bit as they jumped off. He's only got one behind him at the moment, and that's with the Haven. They race towards the spurs and over it, and Lucky Baloo goes on.
Even if I didn't come round anymore, I can pretend I didn't know. You know what'll happen if they catch him now? They'll give him a longer sentence and send him back to the same place to do it. Now, you're going to help me with this experiment or not? No! Ah!
Hello, Mark.
Go on. Go on, Happy Louise. Keep out my son. Go on.
How can it be my son with a name like Louise? Anyway, keep what I expect second from last week.
Oh, hey, look, it's just behind the ears. Black and white check.
Nah, mate. Pink and yellow spots. That's what it said in the paper.
Where is the paper?
Towards the rear of centre, really, if that's not too high.
Oh, that's good. We don't know what horse we're cheering.
Robson! Luke? Trevor? Robbie, what are you doing?
I was just going to turn the sound up, sir.
Really? I had no idea you were interested in the rainforests of Brazil.
Definitely. Hey, boys.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, you do surprise me. You always look so bored in geography lessons.
No, sir, you've got me all wrong. I've always been interested in ecology and stuff like that.
Ecology?
Yeah, ecology.
Mandy, is this true?
Well, yes. They do seem rather interested in certain animals and their relation to forestation.
I don't see why not. There must be some sort of local engineering firm taking part in this work experience scheme.
Oh, yes, there might be.
But those places are only offered to the boys.
No, to pupils who have shown an interest in that line of work.
I'm showing interest.
Helen, if you want to pursue a career in engineering, you have to have examination passes in certain subjects. You're not even studying those subjects.
Yeah, well, whose fault's that?
Well, presumably you chose the subjects you wanted to do.
Yeah, but I weren't advised properly.
Let's look at the options that you do have. If you're not interested in secretarial work, well, what about childcare?
What does that lead to? Nannying the kids of rich people?
Not necessarily.
Are you offering any of these childcare options to the boys?
Yes, we are.
Mrs. McCluster wants to see you, miss.
They do seem rather interested in certain animals and their relation to forestation.
She meant horses jumping over fences.
I know what she meant, mate, and I also know she was having a right pop at us.
Still, she didn't grass us to Robson, did she? That's all that matters.
She didn't have to. I mean, Trevor is ecologist. Why else do you think we've been lumbered on essays on steaming rainforests?
Yeah, don't worry about that. I've got this person in mind who could help us out on that one. Who? The expert, who else?
Oh, Mandy Mega Brain Freeman, you must be mad. Don't have to be Vince Savage to know what's going to happen on that one, do you?
You don't know that.
Don't I?
You know, she could roll with a missing link in our homework service. That is a girl with a lot of answers.
Too many for you, mate.
Yeah, we'll see.
But you all that fix got it right?
Oh, don't bother me with kids' games. I've got serious plans to make. Go on then.
What was the name of the horse he picked?
You know the name of the horse he picked?
What was the name of the horse he
Happy Louise. What does that say there, Rob?
2:15 Cheltenham. What is the name of the winning horse?
Where?
There.
Oh, Happy Louise.
Yes.
You're all excited for you, nutter. I mean, you never even had no money on it, so it won nothing.
Not this time, Rob, not this time. I've got big, big plans for the future.
What's going on, Rob?
Believe me, darling, you do not want to know.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because he's just mad. Coming up, they say trouble comes in free.
Really?
Oh, hello, wait there a minute, will you, chaps? Oh, what's the matter with you now?
Well, you see, the thing is, that little French son leash with Smaller, right? He's going to have it in by tomorrow, right?
Smaller?
Knew it, yeah. You're off your head.
He said that was for you, Robbie. Don't tell me you didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, sorry about that, son. Goodbye.
Have you got anything to say? What have you done to your hand?
Oh, nothing serious.
You coming in here too?
Yeah.
Ah, Miss Booth. Oh, you've both come together. What did the hospital say about your hand?
Oh, just a bit of a burn.
I've asked you to come here because you're Justine and Terrence's form tutor.
Has there been some sort of accident?
Oh, it's something more than that. This is Detective Sergeant Bonner.
I do.
You've caught them.
That's true. And you know where, don't you?
Who are we talking about?
Mark Ratcliffe, Terrence's brother. He's been on the run for several days, and these two have been helping him to hide from the police.
Why, Miss, not her.
We've been keeping an eye on you. Been watching your comings and goings.
Oh, she knew about him, but she wanted him to give himself up. That's why we had that accident in Science. She kept moaning about me to go and contact the police.
And why didn't you?
Because you'd send him back to the same Nick.
To the same youth custody centre, yes.
That's why I escaped in the first place. Because they're all picking on him in there.
Is that what he told you?
Suppose you're going to call him a lie now.
Terence, do you know what a daddy is in one of those centres?
Of course I do. He's the hardest kid of the lot, top man.
The leader of the pack, what he says goes. Your brother Mark was the daddy until someone else came along. A bigger bully than he was.
My brother ain't a bully.
Oh, yes, he is. That's why he escaped. It was all right when he was giving the other prisoners a hard time, but he couldn't take it when somebody else took over.
That's what you say.
That's what we know. Not much of a hero, eh, son? Certainly not someone to stick your neck out for.
Don't believe you.
Great bit of social work going on there. That's Grange Hill. It'll be back next week. Now, well done to our phone-in karaoke callers. First of all, Katie and Matthew, well done. You were both brilliant. Lots of chocolate eggs coming your way. And Katie, thank you for your facts. And we got the size for your jacket. And we'll get you No Sweat on My autograph and send it in the post very, very soon. Thank you very much for taking part. Coming up next, the last in the series of The Wild House.